What is up, guys? I'm Justin, and this is the first edition of the Oddcast.
Hi.
I'm Shadow. Wait, what?
What?
What? You were saying something, and I was like, what?
I was
Stop.
just saying I'm here, so people don't.
Yeah, I was getting to you. I was going to say, I'm the co-host of the Oddcast, and I was going to pan to you. Gosh, terrible.
I'm terrible. I'm annoying.
Roll with it.
Well, hi. Anyway.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Roll with it.
Well, I'm going with it. So pretty much, Justin or Shadow Soldier, depending on what you want to call him, you pretty much made the podcast. You made the name for it. So, and you made the content pretty much.
Yes.
Yes, pretty much. So it's
We get better with intros.
pretty much. This is pretty much an intro. It's pretty much a podcast, whatever you want to call it, ladcast, whatever. We just talk about pretty much everything and anything, pretty much. It's the best way I can put it. The gameplay in the background is Battlefield 3, and if we go overtime, which I think no one knows we will, it'll be COD or something else. Yeah, it's pretty much that sorted. So, what do you want to talk about then?
What we're here to talk about, WrestleMania.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's 29. Our thoughts, opinions, results, everything.
pretty much, yeah. Just a massive
Big, yeah.
thing about it, WrestleMania, pretty much. So, where do you want to start with whole WrestleMania? Because
Let's start from the first match on the card, which was, what was the first match on the card? Was that, Barrett Miz pre-show. The Intercontinental title.
yeah, thoughts and opinion on that, really. Not too. I don't know. Not too
That
sure.
was kind of meh.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why Miz won, I see why, is because of the fact of, the Miz, he's been undefeated at WrestleMania. He was 3-0 going into the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And they needed the streak to go on, because when Taker retires, who's going to have an undefeated streak? Nobody's going to, because Cena lost at 24. That's when he first lost.
Yeah.
And they need Miz to keep it going. Next night, I do want to get a bit into the following Raw, because that Raw was incredible. That was a great Raw. So you might be talking about that too.
So just to quickly mention it, the Miz and the Barrett match. It shouldn't have been pre-show, but at the same time, it wasn't. I don't know if they put that into WrestleMania as the first match to actually kick it off. It would have been alright because.
No, wait. I saw something. Miz isn't undefeated. At 23, it was the Clones versus Miz and Morrison for the Unified Tag Titles, and Primo and Carlito won.
Yeah.
So Miz, she isn't undefeated. Just thought about that. That was
That's pre-show.
WrestleMania.
That's pre-show though. It didn't count.
Yeah, that was pre-show too. Actually,
But I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I see how it comes from. I mean, the fact that Barrett won the night after, it was like, oh, fair enough.
It could have just been that Miz's mom was at Mania too. So.
Yeah, that's how they would have done it. But as that match goes, not the best match, really.
Not the best match to have on a pre-show.
No.
They should have had tons of funk on the pre-show. I said that a bunch of times. They didn't even end up having that match.
Yeah,
It's weird.
It was weird. It was weird altogether.
It was like hyped up to be like a big 8-person mixed tag match for like a week, and then it's like, nope, let's just do it on Raw.
Yeah.
Mania worthy. It was Mania worthy though. It's a thing.
I personally thought that if they had that at WrestleMania, it would have been even worse because the whole pay-per-view to me was.
Swagger. I was thinking that they were gonna have it go on before Brock Triple H, but then Brock Triple H happened. So I'm like, oh my god! I swear to God, if this match is going on before the main events, you're just gonna lose it.
There was the main event was pretty terrible,
boring.
Real. Yeah, I think personally the whole WrestleMania pay-per-view itself.
There's only a couple of good actual matches.
Honestly, two matches stood out, which is Undertaker and Punk. But after watching that, the ending of that was like, I thought the ending was actually really bad. To be honest with you.
Keep in mind, me personally, I've only actually watched Barrett Miz, and then I saw parts of Fandango Jericho and the Shield match, and then I saw a simulation of what was apparently supposed to be Lesnar Triple H.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about what happened to Punk Taker, so you're probably going to have to take like what happened during the match, but I'll still get my opinion.
Yeah, pretty much. The Shield versus Orton, Sheamus, and whoever it was with them. I completely forgot.
From what I saw, good outing from the Shield.
Yeah.
Obviously won. Um, I don't get it how they just let the Big Show just stand there. Like, I knew Big Show,
Yeah.
mad, he's supposed to be heel, he's just supposed to be like this big fucking mad guy. But he was only mad because he didn't get tagged into the match.
Yeah, I think, honestly, the whole kind of, I don't know, because when you saw it on paper, it was like Shield versus Orton, Sheamus, Big Show. You were like, yeah, Orton, Sheamus, Big Show are going to win. It's like, yeah. But honestly, like, personally, I don't like the Shield. I really don't. But they won at WrestleMania. It's like, fair enough. It doesn't.
He is the next big thing in this business, my friend. Mark my words.
I don't know. I just think that all kind of, you know,
they may have called up a bit too early.
Yeah, all the I don't know. I just think it's really weird that they've gone. It's like the whole Fandango thing all over again. It's kind of like, yeah, we'll be hyped up for ages, and then we'll kind of win at WrestleMania. I mean, it's like it's the grandest stage of them all. It's like, you know, if you're gonna win at WrestleMania, you're gonna go somewhere. But then you look back to people like The Miz, and you think, oh yeah, he was in the main event at like a few years ago. It's like, what? You look at him now, it's like, you just don't see it. But
following year, he was almost not booked at Mania the following year. He barely squeezed in on Team Johnny, and he fucking won the match for them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's how I look at it. Like, I just kind of that's how I see it. It's like the Miz versus Cena. It was like, what, really? And it was just, I don't know. But going back anyway to WrestleMania 29, that the whole, like I said, there was probably 2 matches what were good, really, and to be honest, those matches weren't exactly 5-star either. Like, the whole card to me felt like it was predictable. It really was. Like, you could predict nearly every single match, really.
The thing is, there were some blown predictions from me, from you. A lot of people had some blown predictions.
Yeah.
Especially during Punk Taker. Fucking, like, it seemed like the whole world was on Punk's side, that he was going to win, he was going to be Taker. No.
I think originally he was actually going to win until before the whole Paul thing happened where he died. I think originally Punk was going to win, but
it makes sense why Taker would win then, because they're trying to keep tribute to Paul Bearer. But Punk may have a return match next year where he'll break the streak match.
I think he will. Honestly, like 20-0, like, you know, if it was 20-1, it would sound fine. But 21-0 is like, no, it doesn't sound right. It just doesn't. It's like
21-1.
21-1 sounds reasonable. It sounds kind of right. I think just the 1 is like, no, because it's like 21-1. If it was 22-1, yeah, I'd be fine with it. I just think that what they'll probably do is they'll do another. I don't know, because I don't think Punk will versus Taker again. If he does, it's going to be the same shit over and over. Because we've had Shawn Michaels versus Taker 2 years in a row. We had Triple H versus Taker 2 years in a row. If we have CM Punk do it 2 years in a row, it'll be like, it'll just get really, really stale. I mean, that match, it had some good moments, but it was really slow. I think every match at WrestleMania was slow. Really, all of them were slow. None of them were really quick-paced matches, really. They were all pretty slow.
Who did you have booked that was fast-paced, like a high-flying guy? Really only Punk. And even then, he was still going up against Taker. But when you're facing Taker, you're not facing a high flyer. You're facing fucking Taker.
Yeah, you can't, like, throw him around the ring, do somersaults, do moonsaults, again. You know, it's like, he's Taker. It's like, you can't really, but I'm surprised Punk even lifted him up on his shoulders. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
But at that point, like I said, it's like looking at the high flyers in WrestleMania was the only one. The other one what sticks out was Jericho, but at that wasn't exactly.
Those finishes a high flying move, so that's technically not really a high flyer. But what was the next match on the card after Shields?
Was it Ryback versus Henry? I think it was.
I think it was.
And
that match, that was shit.
Yeah. The ending was really shit. I hated it.
I saw the ending. I'm pretty sure fucking Ryback botched the ending, and that's why Henry won.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it. It didn't look right. Didn't look right whatsoever for when I saw it. No way. Because it's the thing, how Ryback landed, and then his legs were right next to the rope, and he could have got out of that, but he was like, fuck it, I'll lie here. That's how I saw it, personally. Like, it didn't look right, how it ended. It's like, no. Because there was no momentum to it either. It was just slow, and it was like, and then the crowd were like, fuck this, kind of thing. You can look at the crowd, and the crowd were even thinking that though, to be honest, that this is shit. Like when you saw it happening, and yeah, the ending was just like, wow, fair enough. Wasn't exactly, brilliant, but.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say about fucking Ryback Henry.
Yeah, that's how you can pretty much sum it up. It was just a bit of. I said to you a few days before it's not going to be a good match. It's going to be really slow.
I didn't think any of these were going to be good matches. I just thought that this Mania was just going to be shit.
Yeah, wasn't. If it wasn't for Taker and Punk, it would have been the worst one. Triple H and Lesnar was okay
brutal,
at most,
but not as brutal.
Yeah, I expected it to be really brutal, like as in blood and fucking, every weapon out of the arsenal and stuff, but no, just wasn't that. It was okay, but it wasn't like, oh wow, my god, this is WrestleMania, where it was like, nah, it just wasn't. I felt like the SummerSlam one was much better.
Yeah, definitely. Next match.
Ooh, I'm trying to
was that Team Hell No? And,
I think it was, yeah.
It was. Goddamn.
Who did they? It was Ziggler and someone else who they were faced.
Wait, what?
Team Hell No
versus Big E and Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. That was another match. It was just like, it was getting really bad.
Plus, everybody's like, alright, Team Hell No's won now. Ziggler, cash in.
Yeah.
You'll find out why later. People were just dead fucking wrong.
Yeah, I felt like that match, like those three, it was the whole match based, like for those three matches, it felt like momentum was just not going anywhere. I mean, you had a 3-versus-3 match at the start, you had Ryback versus Henry, which was like, no, and then you had this tag team match. It was like, it just felt like the WrestleMania was going nowhere the whole night, really. It felt like it was just not, it just couldn't go anymore, and that's what annoyed me so much.
Right. Yeah. But Fandango Jericho's next, I think.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about this? Because I don't know. I feel like this match to me personally was that Jericho should have won. But
it was okay. Yeah, but Dale, you gotta realize if Fandango lost, he would have been done. They would have scrapped his character, and the moment on Raw would not have happened.
Yeah, I know.
The moment on Raw would not have happened the next night if Fandango lost. And I'm so glad that he didn't. Because...
I mean, Jericho's entrance is really good. And it was like, and like, that match had some good points, but it also had some pretty bad points. And I think the ending wasn't... How did you feel about the ending? Because I
did see the ending. It was Fandango by roll-up, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
You gotta stop with the fucking Diva matches endings, WWE, and the fucking men's matches.
That was the problem with that match. Like, the Fandango and Jericho match could have gone on for like another 5-10 minutes. Personally, it could have gone on for about 20-25 minutes at most. But it's just the fact that it was a kind of a really quick base match, and the ending was kind of Jericho did the lion salt and then like landed on his knee, but it was like he didn't though. It's like that's what kind of really bugged me. He didn't land on his knee. He landed on both feet. His knee twitched a tiny bit. And then tried getting anything in the walls of Jericho and couldn't do it. And it was like, oh.
Yeah, and then he got rolled up.
Yeah, pretty much. And that was a bit like, oh. Like...
It's like, we've seen that ending a million times, to be quite honest, for Jericho. He's always, as a face, when he's trying to get over a heel, he usually loses by a roll-up. It's just stupid.
Yeah, I just felt like every match someone was getting robbed. I mean, you look at it that way, so... Ryback and Matt Kemp, I have to go back to it because it's a good example. That ending was terrible. It felt like every ending to this WrestleMania was terrible. I mean, really, like, the Taker and Punk one was bad. Like, that was not a good ending whatsoever. I hated that ending because it was like, oh, God, what are they doing? And then,
yeah. Actually, I'm going to really quickly... in the IM, I'm not going to send it to you, but I'm just going to IM real quickly. Find out my predictions, because I'm trying to figure out what my prediction record was for Mania.
Yeah, okay. Because I predicted, I think,
not just talking,
a few
I'm just
matches.
Trying to think about that, alright.
I predicted... I'm trying to think who I predicted, actually. I predicted that Cena would win, because it was obvious. The Punk vs Taker, I wasn't actually too sure. I was actually rooting for Punk all the way through, I think. Triple H was Lesnar. I said Triple H because it was obvious. And I think that was about it here. I don't know if I predicted the Henry Ryback. I don't think I really was that bothered about it.
Yeah,
Really.
I said Ryback. And so far from what I I'm 3-2. I predicted Shield, Team Hell No, and Fandango to win.
Yeah.
I just predicted Barrett. I predicted Barrett and Ryback to win, but they didn't.
Yeah. That's quite good, though.
After Fandango, I didn't give a shit about Road Scholars and them, so I just didn't even fuck. I was like, screw it.
Really.
Nobody cares about this fucking match. Just get over it.
Yeah, it just felt like some of the matches were drained. Like, you look back to WrestleMania 24. Like, to me, WrestleMania 22, 23, and 24 were great to watch. Like, it was actually really good. Like, they had fluid matches. It was quite quick. And then, to me, WrestleMania 25 went a little bit downhill from there. And then ever since that, they've just gone downhill, really. I mean,
every Mania since, like, 25 has been downhill. The last really good one, in my mind, was probably 22. 22 was really good.
22 was actually really good, yeah.
Yeah, with Edge and Foley, RVD winning the Money in the Bank.
You had Cena vs Triple H,
Another
which is pretty good.
Cena match, blah, blah,
you
blah.
had, the triple threat one.
Nowadays, every single Cena match is the same. It's Cena. He will lose, but he'll never lose by submission. He'll always only lose by pinfall.
Yeah.
Because not like Cena didn't tap out before to the crippler crossface. Oh, Benoit reference. Yeah, get the fucking FBI or me or something. I checked my predictions. I was 6-3. The only ones I got wrong was Punk, Taker, Barrett, Miz, and Ryback Henry.
Wow.
I got it right.
Jesus, that's pretty good. I think I got something similar, but I wasn't too sure. Like I said, just this WrestleMania, it just didn't feel like WrestleMania. It's not just the match. I mean the arena. I'm really picky, but the arena setup. It was like, what the fuck is that? Really? I mean, if people didn't see if no one knows what I'm talking about, just look for WrestleMania 29 images of it. They had this massive, like...
I didn't really get a good look at it. Let me see it.
Did you not see it? Oh my god. They had... So, the ring's in the middle, right? And you're like, right, okay. They had a kind of... Oh, I'm trying to think. You know, like WrestleMania 26, when they had something above the ring? It's like It's like a kind of tent, but it isn't, if you know what I mean. For this one, they had that at the very top, which was like,
Thanks. Maybe we typed in WrestleMania 28 or 6 by accident. Damn it.
But this
what
one...
the fuck is that?
But what they had for this one was 4 big platforms on kind of each side. Think of where the ring posts are. Think about maybe 4 or 5 inches away from that. Then you've got these massive platforms. And people would be like buying tickets and stuff, and you felt so shit for them because all they could see was this platform because it was right in front of them. What I'll probably actually do is when we talk about this, if no one has no idea what I'm talking about, I will put an image of what someone took when they was at WrestleMania because it was the big platform. And that's all you could see. I was like, wow. So everyone kind of got robbed of that, to be honest with you. But, I didn't like the arena setup. To me, the setup of this WrestleMania was exactly the same as last year. It just doesn't look right. I wasn't even a fan of 25. Like, I didn't like... I think, to be honest, most of the setups they do for WrestleMania are not that good. No, they're not. Because 26 was actually alright. Not too bad. But, 24 was good. 23 was alright. But, this year was just no. Didn't like the arena setup. I know that's really picky, but it's not just the matches, it's the location and it's the kind of environment and watching. Like I said, I watched the whole thing. And I was like,
was actually really good just because it was Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
And you can't design Madison Square Garden wrong, to be quite honest.
Hmm.
Even WWE will probably find a way one day. Find a way to fuck up designing Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. I just felt like... I don't know, like this WrestleMania to me nothing stood out as a really good match. Like to me, 25 stood out, but honestly, WrestleMania 25 was a bit of a shit fest. It wasn't that good.
It really was.
It wasn't as good as people thought it was going to be. It wasn't that good, really. No.
Yeah. I think WrestleMania's really died down ever since they got rid of the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh yeah. Definitely.
But the thing is, Money in the Bank pay-per-view always makes up for it. Because Money in the Bank pay-per-view has always been good ever since they've made it.
Actually, after the pay-per-view Money in the Bank actually was quite good, yeah. I mean, the first one they had, was that the one when Kane actually cashed in?
Kane and Miz.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like,
I couldn't imagine how many people were screaming for McIntyre to get the fuck off the ladder, just like that they didn't want him to win. I couldn't imagine how many people.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Money in the Bank's doing a quite good job, but looking back at WrestleMania 24 Money in the Bank, that was really good. 25, I barely remember it, and I'll Punk won again. 26, who won 26 now?
Swagger.
Swagger won 26, yeah. But 26 had the most,
I know
didn't it? They had loads.
21 was Edge, 22 was RVD, 23 was Kennedy, but Edge took it from him and won it.
24 was Punk, 25 was Punk,
24, 25 were Punk, 26 was Swagger.
Yeah.
2010 was Kane and Miz. 2011 was... Who's 2011? I don't remember. Del Rio and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Last year was Ziggler and Cena. And this year's not yet to be determined.
Who do you think, like... I actually feel like we should actually do this, because why not? Because if you predict this, it'll be creepier. Who would you want to win at Money in the Bank this year?
If he gets out of the Shield, Ambrose. But
I think, even though I don't like him, I think Fandango's going to do something. Honestly.
He may. It's possible.
I think could be.
Money in the Bank predictions during a WrestleMania podcast. Yeah, this is some fucking sense. It really depends, because now it's just going to be like, if there even is going to be 2 Money in the Banks, it's not going to be determined by brand, because there is no brand split anymore.
No.
It's like,
everyone's going to everyone kind of
show
thing.
And wrestle whoever the hell you want.
Pretty much, you've got Cena going on SmackDown one week, you're like, what? You've got The Rock coming on Raw, you've got, everyone's all over the place, it's like, fair enough.
Yeah.
I remember when it actually used to be, SmackDown, Raw, ECW, and now there's just nothing. It's like, oh, let's go into each other's brands. It's like, fair enough. Fair enough, do we really? But
Then again, WWE wouldn't probably be as good, because then you can see more matchups, rather than you wouldn't be able to if, there was some brand split. But anyways,
I know.
Cody Rhodes may do something in Money in the Bank. I'd like to see him win.
Yeah, because he's always kind of been... Everyone said it was going to be really great, and then he's kind of not done much, really. But
but he is good. He was great with the mask. The mask, and he was great. I beg WWE, though, just don't give it to a fucking Orton or Cena.
How do you feel about Orton? Because people are saying he's going to kind of he's going to have a rivalry with Ziggler, and because he's on the cover and stuff, and people are a bit hinting that something's going to happen. I don't know.
Oh, Ziggler
with Orton.
Oh,
people are saying Orton's going to kind of, like, Randy's going to pretty much do something, or he's going to do, this will be his great year. But it's like, I don't know, they got to do something with him because he's dying out, but saying that, I mean, I don't really know why the hell they still got...
They've had that, I believe. They've had, like, times where they're showing that they're going to turn him heel, but, like, back in during Survivor Series, like he said to Mick Foley, I hate you. That's like a heelish thing to do to a guy that everybody loves.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know, honestly, how I see is it if, like, I don't know, but like you said, it's kind of like the whole... It was just surprising to see kind of Orton be the first official match at WrestleMania this year with the whole Shield thing. And it was like, really? It's like, to think where he's been. I mean, that's kind of... It's a big thing, like I said, opening up to WrestleMania, but it's also a really bad thing because it's like you're the first on at WrestleMania. It's like, oh, it doesn't make you that important, I guess, really. But it is, like I said, the first match. You've got to... If you can have a great first match at WrestleMania and you can open this whole show up with a great match, then it'll go somewhere. But with this WrestleMania, the first match was terrible, and then it just went bad from there. And then, like I said, there was only maybe 2 matches what actually stood out was good. But I'm not saying they were 5-star, they were probably 4-star at most. Really, there was no match. To me, there was no match this year what stood out as 100% best match ever. WrestleMania, oh my god, wow. It was like, no. Honestly, nothing. Nothing stood out like that. Like I said, that's surprising because to look at this year, it has, I mean, really, it's not been a good lineup. If everything was switched, like I said, if everything was switched over, would have been great. And like I said, even the Lesnar match, Triple H vs Lesnar, was a massive kind of letdown, and that's you know they're doing something wrong if that's not going to be a good match. So I was pretty disappointed with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that's about it, really. I mean, what else do you like? What we've completely gone off track with what we were saying about WrestleMania now. I'm completely gone off track.
I'll run through the rest of the card quick.
Yeah,
We just got the last 4. Punk Taker. Yeah, you were gonna take that actually, so I can't. I'll take the last 3.
Okay. Punk vs Taker was. I don't know how I see that match is the height difference made a massive difference to the whole match, and people were like, and then it was like it kind of went from there. It was good. Like Punk had a good intro. Taker's intro was whatever, not that great. Like I said, the match was slow. Had some good points. The ending was. Oh, don't even get started on the ending. I hated the ending. It was really crap. It wasn't fun because it was like Punk lifted up. Taker was going to put him in the GTS. People were like, no. Actually, before that, Punk. Oh, what did he do now? Punk knocked Taker out and pinned him with the kind of tombstone thing what Taker does, and people were on the feet saying, "Oh my god, he's going to end it." He got nearly a 3 count. Everyone was like, "Oh." And then Punk got picked up, taken the GTS, was about to do it. Taker then got out of the way, then got Punk in the tombstone position. Then Punk flipped out of that, was about to GTS him again. Then Taker put him back in the tombstone position, tombstoned him. That was the ending. It was way too rushed. It was like that sequence lasted about a minute and a half, and that was it. And I just didn't like the match because the wrong person won, and there was hardly enough. There's momentum going into the match, but there was not a lot going out of the match. It felt drained when the match ended, and that's what I saw it. And it's like I said, Punk should have won, but whatever, shit happens. So it'll be good to see what actually happens, if anything happens next year with that. So. That's about it. But you were going to take on the last 3 matches then?
Oh, yeah. I'll speed through the last 3 matches as fast as I can.
Right, okay.
With this call. Hold on. Yeah, goddamn Paul. Anyways, after that, Swagger versus Del Rio. That match, to be quite honest, was meh. It was fine, I guess. Not really the greatest. Del Rio wins, obviously, because Swagger was going to be booked to win it. But then the whole weed the people and all this fucking weed shit. Nope, you ain't getting shit. Lesnar Triple H, it was brutal, but it wasn't as brutal as a lot of people expected it to be. Triple H wins via pedigree on the steel steps.
Yeah.
And then main event time, Cena, Rock. As expected, at least from me, this match was shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad. Like, last year was bad, but this was bad.
Oh, no.
Like, God, this was just terrible. Cena wins, and then Rock and him shake hands and shit. It's all happy-dappy bull fucking shit. But anyways, that's Mania, and I did want to move on to the Raw, because my God, this Raw is great.
Yeah,
this is probably the first Raw I watched all 3 hours of from beginning to end, and my God, I'm glad I did.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'll speed through it, and then we'll give our opinions about it.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
So, first thing, Cena comes out, and he's talking about how he beat The Rock, and how the champ is back, the champ is here, he's got a new shitty shirt. Same design, just a different belt that's pointing down on the fucking shirt. Because soon enough, all he'll have is that shirt to show that he's the champ, because he'll lose that belt soon. But anyways,
yeah.
He's saying how I feel like I can dance. Maybe I'll do a heel turn, and he turns his heel. Blah blah blah. This Cena was the Cena I want to see more, but we won't, because this Cena was cocky. He was just out there, just like, hey, maybe I'll do a heel turn. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, and then he's like, I feel like defending my title tonight. Maybe it'll be against Dolph Ziggler. Maybe it'll be against Wade Barrett. Yeah. And then out comes Mark Henry. Mark Henry talks about how I destroyed Ryback last night, and tonight I will destroy you. And then John Cena said, your breath smells like 1,000 asses, because he hasn't used that joke before. And then he says, I'm the WWE champion, and tonight it's John Cena versus Mark Henry for the WWE title. Booker T comes out and says, oh, wait a minute, player. Oh, wait, that's Teddy Long. Anyways. Then, what was it? I was losing my train of thought for a second. Booker comes out and says, no, that's not how it's going to go. And then he says, Mark, I will give you a match with John Cena. If you beat him, you'll get your shot. And then they have the match later on, blah, 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 whatever. First actual match, Big E Langston versus Daniel Bryan. This match was, it was whatever. It was just to get Big E's debut on Raw out of the way. Yeah. Big E wins by big ending over my boy Daniel Bryan. But anyways, the next thing, I'm forgetting the order in which these went.
I'm trying to actually think which ones he had now, and I'm trying to think myself now.
Podcast, come on, we should have the shit ready.
I know, I forgot most of them, but I think you could kind of talk about the whole big thing. Well, talk about two things that actually happened. The crowd was actually really good, actually, surprisingly.
Moments in the crowd. The crowd is fucking insane. Oh yeah, two things I want to talk about that happened actually on midnight.
Okay.
Ziggler cashed in.
Yeah.
Fucking yes. I've been clamoring about this for so long. Ever since Ziggler won his first Intercontinental title, I knew he had something. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And now, about 3 years later, maybe even 4, he's finally become a world champion. He has been a world champion before, but I don't fucking count that because that was just too shit.
Yeah.
That was shit.
I don't even remember when he became champion, to be honest with you.
Vicky gave him the belt, and he was champion for like 15 minutes, and then he lost it to Edge.
Jesus.
It was shit. It was bad.
Yeah.
But,
how I see this as him cashing in stuff, it's a big thing, it's a great thing, but how I see it is that it's you know, it's quite difficult to kind of maintain this and think. I mean, I don't know where this is going to go, but the only kind of concern I have that it depends how long he's going to be champion for, and it feels like if he's going to be more than champion for kind of half the year, then it's like, I know what you mean. He's one of those wrestlers where you kind of think, wow, yeah, he's got potential, but how I see it as, I'm a bit kind of worried that he'll lose it too quick, or he's not going to have a really good reign, or that something's going to mess up along the way. That's pretty much my biggest concern, pretty much.
Yes.
So I feel like I don't know where they're going to go with it to where they're going to pretty much go with it to kind of. I don't want him to kind of do a Miz where it's like, oh, he wins a title and then he's superhuman and then he's beating all these amazing kind of competitors. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, really?
Well, if Ziggler beats like big name guys, that's good because it'll give him a push. But don't beat them like just by getting your ass kicked. Like actually have some offense in the match. Yeah. Unlike Super Cena over here, who gets his ass kicked for about 20 minutes and then does 5 moves and wins the fucking match.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna beat all these guys. At least beat them, but beat them and actually have good offense on them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm pretty much saying. I don't want them to kind of, overkill it pretty much. Oh, I'll win the title. Oh, I'll defend it for a bit. But I want it to actually be with good people, though I don't want it to kind of be like, if it was Punk versus Ziggler, that would be pretty great, to be honest with you. But another kind of quick thing, I don't know where the hell they're going to go with Punk now. It's like, I don't see it. I honestly don't know. But anyway, going back to the whole Ziggler thing, he cashed in. The cash in was great. It wasn't slow, but it was... Well, it wasn't like a really quick cash-in, though. But it didn't go on forever. I think it's actually the longest cash-in they've actually had, I think. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Might be. If you don't count RVDs...
Edge took it to about January, and the next Mania after that was in March, because that was still around time Mania. So it might have been Edge's first.
Yeah.
Because Ziggler, he would still have about 2 or 3 months left. Edge had about a month and a half.
It's just surprising, pretty much how how he kind of changed it, I guess. But
that people wanted to happen on Mania happened on Monday night. It was great. Well, not everything, but the things that they did wrong at Mania, they did right on Raw. And that was the good thing, because I think that was the best Raw of all time, this past Monday night. Not tonight, because tonight, Monday Night Raw hasn't happened. We're filming this a week after the best Raw ever happened. But
yeah, it was the great Raw. It was real good, but
yes.
I mean, I don't know, the whole kind of Cena thing is like, I don't know. I don't know where they're going to go with this. I mean, it's kind of really strange to think Ziggler's a world champion. And it's pretty strange. Quite a lot, but I think it'll be quite interesting to see what they do with him and where Cena goes. I'm not expecting Cena to have a great year. I don't really know, really. I'm not too interested in Cena anymore, but I think Ziggler's going to be quite interesting, how they actually make him into a greater guy and how they actually show him as a champion without him actually messing up. So, quite interesting what they do with that.
The next thing. The two next things that were great. Orton and Sheamus Fandango match. Orton and Sheamus was great, not because of the actual match, but because of the crowd. The crowd went nuts.
Yeah, they did.
They started chanting shit like RVD. I heard they chanted Colt Cabana during the commercials. They chanted Mike Chioda. They chanted Jerry, JBL, Michael Cole. They chanted end the match during the end of the match. And then when Big Show came out and knocked out Orton, they were chanting, "Thank you, Big Show." Chanting,
oh, wow.
they were chanting Cotton Candy. They're chanting, I think they were chanting Fire Randy at one point. And then they were also chanting, "We are awesome." And then when Big Show's throwing the chairs, they start chanting, "One more chair, one more chair." And then Fandango versus Kofi Kingston. Oh my god, greatest moment in the history of Raw. The fans chanted Fandango's theme. It was like da 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 da. It was fucking incredible.
I've still not seen that, actually. I still need to see it.
I saw it, and then I watched the part afterwards where they were on the train doing it, and it was fucking great.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Great. Like, this crowd was incredible. Like, this crowd should be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Like, it's just simple. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
But honestly, if any of you guys did not watch that Monday Night Raw, or at least the parts that I said, Orton, Sheamus, Fandango's match, Ziggler cashing in, they actually chanted Fandango's theme throughout the rest of the show.
God.
After Fandango's match, during the Tons of Funk match, and then during the Cena Mark match. By the way, Cena Mark happened, no shit, and then right back to the heel, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of. But it was against Cena, so they were cheering him.
Interesting. I kind of just see, I don't know, the whole Fandango thing is, they've took it way too far, but it's good. But I'm getting sick of hearing it now. It's every 2 seconds I'm hearing, like, Fandango's Revolution, Fandango's theme tune. It's like, I have to admit, Fandango's theme Jesus, my voice went then. Fandango's theme tune is really good, but oh my god, is it annoying after a while. It's pretty much how I'm going to sum it up, pretty much.
Not when people are chanting it.
Oh yeah, I think I've actually saw it when they were chanting it. I'm actually going to have a look when they were doing it though. But it's insane though, because it's like, you know, he's had 2 matches and he's building this massive revolution, and it's like, Jesus. It's insane what he's doing. But like I said, the match with...
the song's on like number 9 on the most downloaded charts.
It's in England and everything. Like, they're trying to get it on the top 40 charts and stuff, and it's like, Jesus. It's taking over everything. It's pretty insane, but... I don't know. It'd be interesting to where they go with him, but I think they could do something with him at Money in the Bank. I'm going to predict it now that he'll be in the match. I can predict that, well, definitely, because if he's not in the match, then it'll be really kind of concerning. One thing I do actually want to quickly talk about is what the hell are they doing with Jericho? It's really aggravating now. He's been the he returned at the Royal Rumble this year, lost. He returned at didn't return. He was at Elimination Chamber, lost, only just. And he was at WrestleMania and he's lost. It's like, I feel like, why is he even back in WWE, really? You know, it sucks for that matter, because they're not doing anything with Jericho. It sucks, man. You know,
it's It's like he returns. It's like, oh, they're finally gonna do something with him. Nope.
No, they keep fucking him over, and it's like, do something with him and don't,
Yeah.
mess him up. But I don't know, for that matter. It's just that, I don't know, man. Sucks, but yeah, I think we should wrap this up anyway because it's been talking for ages. But
Yep.
like I said, we'll talk about this on number 3 because next time we do Sport Bill's going to be on it, and that's how it's going to work rotation wise, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, thanks for watching, guys. And if you did enjoy, even though we've talked for ages and you guys are probably not a clue what we're talking about, we're going to leave all the stuff we talked about. I'm going to leave. Can I put your Twitter in the description? That's alright?
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so Shadow Soldiers, this Twitter link is going to be in the description. My Twitter is going to be in there, and recent videos, I think. So thanks for watching anyway, and we'll speak to you guys on the next. No, not on the next one, but number 3. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you later.
See ya.